Kanye has always done polarizing things before to get a reaction. He doesn't care. He just wants a reaction. He's done it with white people. He's done it with black people. When he did it with black people, people weren't upset when he said slavery was a choice, but he was doing all this to get a rise, right? And he had an album coming out.
Trend.
We've talked about this.
Yeah.
I really think that I don't think he's crazy. I don't think he's manic. What I do think
you don't.
I don't.
Really?
I think what's going on is this was all planned because he wanted out of his contract. He had a 6-year deal with Adidas, and he had a deal with Balenciaga, a deal with Gap, and he felt like they were taking advantage of him. And if you look at what Gap did, and I'm not defending Kanye, but if you take out the anti-Semitic stuff, which I do not tolerate at all, but if you look at what Gap was doing to him and Adidas, in the contract, they had all these deals. Then they started to make knockoffs of his stuff. He's like, whoa, what the fuck? Identical shit, just not calling it Yeezy. He's like, what are you doing, dude?
Wow.
Those are my designs. Like, I know, but we need to make a profit. So we're going to make them for less and sell them. He's like, well, now you're cutting into my profit. Like, you got a 6-year contract. What are you going to do? He's like, excuse me? Like, we own you.
I didn't know that.
So he went.
So you think there's a method to this madness?
He's always done this. So he was like, okay, cool. I'm going to get out of this. Like, good luck. He's like, cool. So he goes on Drinking Champs, and of course, Kanye's too smart. He's too smart a businessman to realize the repercussions. I think he underestimated the repercussions of going anti-Semitic. I think he poked the wrong bull, and we messed with the Jews and with their history. Bro, you're asking for a lot of grief back. I think he underestimated the blowback. He wanted to get out of those deals. He even went on Drinking Champs, goes, I can say anti-Semitic shit, and Adidas won't do anything, knowing damn well they're going to do something.
Oh, my God.
Because Adidas is a German-owned company, right?
Yes.
They definitely can't tolerate that.
Yep.
So he knew that was the one route he can take that will guarantee him to get out of the contract. The only problem is, anti-Semitic, nobody fucks with that stuff. Nobody, dude. So he didn't realize the blowback. Now he did get out of the contract. Notice, he's out of all the contracts. Gap, Balenciaga, Adidas, he's out of the contracts. So now he can go to get his own manufacturing.
Now he can do an apology tour.
Well, he's already apologized, but do you see it in the media? Have you seen his apology? Did anybody in here know he apologized? He apologized.
Well, no,
days ago.
But then he said also he was diagnosed by a doctor, and the doctor was a Jewish doctor. Mm-hmm. That's not an apology.
Well, no, he actually apologized for the anti-Semitic stuff, but that's not in the news, right? And the false claims about George Floyd. Now, let me ask you this. Did you know that Candace Owens was supporting the George family? Did you know Kanye West was supporting the George Floyd family for all this time? Did anybody know that?
No.
You see on the headlines? Do you know he was giving them money? Do you guys know any of this?
No.
Nothing. There's nothing on that on Kanye. Oh, he's crazy. He's going through a manic thing, blah, blah, blah. But his goal is to get out of these contracts so he can own it all himself. Even though he's a billionaire, I think his biggest issue is there's
But
a hole
this is
in
about
his
George
heart.
Floyd's death. This is not about the Jews.
Yeah, because he said George Floyd was killed by fentanyl, not the cop, which he's wrong. Now, did George Floyd have fentanyl in his body? 100%. Did the fentanyl help him? Absolutely not. But would he have died if that cop didn't put the knee on his neck? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? But then the fentanyl definitely didn't help. So he's going with that narrative, which is the wrong, it's tough to do. But there's definitely fentanyl in George Floyd's body. That's facts. Those are just facts, right? So he was off. He apologized for that, right? But his goal ultimately was to take all ownership of his brand, which is literally, as far as an individual goes, the biggest brand in the world, and get all his own manufacturing. He can do that now. And you're out of your mind if you don't think he's going to make more money now doing his own manufacturing, even with this stuff. My only thing is, if I was on his team, and clearly he's surrounded by yes men, so because if he would have said, hey, all right, this time I'm going to do anti-Semitic, it's like, bro, you're really barking up the wrong tree. But he's going to make more money, but it's also, how much money do you need, dude? Look at what's done to your
It's so strange.
to your persona. Like, bro, like this, you went too far this time. Too far.
Yep.
But now he owns everything. He owns it all. Like Adidas lets them go. Adidas doesn't own the Yeezy brand, the Ye brand. He owns it all, dude.